next number, I'd like to return to the classics.
This is Mixlot Production.
Okay. Hopefully this is I don't really know how to start this. Being at an HBCU is different. Being to college is different. I am the first one out of my whole family to attend an HBCU. The second one that is about to graduate college. So out of my whole family. So being that is a lot of pressure, is different. I'm learning things by myself. I don't really have the freshman year. I was very excited, very wide-eyed. I thought it was gonna be like in the movies, you know, AT&T from Drumline and all that stuff, what you see on YouTube, you know. And I didn't know that everybody had their different experience. I didn't know that a lot of people here was so dedicated and so yeah, a lot of people, well, those that I know of or what they seem to be dedicated and very motivated into what they do. It's a competition in almost everything that you apply yourself to here. If you're not confident enough or you don't see yourself, you know, as the top priority, you really can't. You could get somewhere, but you can't reach your highest limit. Here I didn't know it was so many possibilities and so much things to go through, and I'm still learning to get out of my comfort zone and face my fears on many things. I'm still pushing myself every day to do something that I usually wouldn't do, and I would sit back and be like, okay, I'm not doing that. Probably, but my second year, okay, so beginning of fall semester, my second year, I was like, okay, Denise, you have to do something to push yourself, be out there, meet new people. My freshman year, I was meeting people, but I was still in my comfort zone because a lot of people was so like out there and doing different things. You kind of get intimidated a little bit. So they had this big application. It was like, if you want to be on an executive board, and I was like, you know what, let me tune into my business side. I can be very organized when I want to be. I can be organized when I want to be. Don't look at the background because that's not organized at all. This is college life right here. But I was like, okay, well, I'm going to go ahead and apply for historian because I am learning about the camera. And you know, I'm already in photography class, and I've already edited videos before since high school. I made my own magazine in high school. Why not, you know, and I'm a journalism major. Why not go into all aspects of more than one thing about journalism? So the camera, I love the camera. So I don't know why I didn't start YouTube like a long time ago, but okay. But anyways, so I did that, and at the last minute you know, I was late and they were having interviews, and I was like, man, you know, I didn't do the application yet. And it was like I had like 30 minutes or 20 minutes before they closed everything down. And from where I live to go to the building that they were having the interviews would be like kind of a far walk. So I was like, man. So my roommate, my friend, you know, she was next to me and she's like, do it. And I'm like, man, I'm not gonna do it. She's like, do whatever you want to do. And I'm like, okay, nah, Denise, just do it. Push yourself, just do it. And I quickly did that application and everything, and I went to the interview. I was probably the last person to they interviewed, and I'm like, I've never had a face-to-face interview with like 6 different people in the room and they're judging me. And I just answered the questions to my best ability, and next thing you know, like a day or 2 later, I see in the group me like, you've been added to e-board. I'm like, oh my gosh, I think I'm in the e-board. And I got a call from them. I'm like, oh my gosh, like I actually made it. That feeling alone, I'll never forget that feeling. And even if it's something small to somebody else, it meant a lot to me, because I actually pushed myself to do something that to take on a responsibility that at first I didn't think I could do. And then I was like, man, I'm actually going to be inside of an organization. I really do love that feeling of feeling accomplished, and I pushed myself, that I actually made it. And even if I didn't make it, of course I would be like, damn, bummer. But I pushed myself and actually experienced that. And that's not going to be the first time. I know that's not going to be the first time of me experiencing that interview of 6 people in a room judging you. In my major, broadcast journalism, I'm going to be face to face with a lot of people and having to interview them, or they're interviewing me, or, you know, just interacting with people regardless. So with that being said, that was a great way to practice. I feel like that's part of this big HBCU experience. Going through something, accomplishing it, and having that feeling like, yeah, and then you get that rush like, okay, I could do this, I could do that, I could do this. And it's amazing seeing your big accomplishments. And then after a while, you're like, wow, I did all this, wow, I did this. And with me, my personality, or how I am, is after I accomplish something, I feel like, okay, that was just a little bit. Now you need to accomplish more than this. Like, now you need to get there, because that's just only the tip of the iceberg. And I probably downplay that accomplishment, which is a good and bad thing. But if I downplay that accomplishment, then I feel like everything else is bigger, and I want to go, you know, I want to go further into life. So I feel like the more I accomplish and the more I try to like downplay that accomplishment, the bigger things I will get, which is good. Sometimes I'll be out of my league, but how do you know if you're out of your league if you never try, you know? So this is one of these accomplishments, starting this YouTube channel and actually starting to record my HBCU experience, regardless if it's boring to others or not. This is something that I feel is an ongoing process of accomplishments. I want to look back on these videos and be like, I remember when I did that. Oh my gosh. Da 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 da. Like, with that being said, you know, being at an HBCU, I felt like I need to record this, because it's nothing like going to an historically black college at all. I feel like my freshman year here, I thought it was, okay, college, you know, I've never been here before. Like, okay, my sister, you know, she went to I think she went to a PWI. So, you know, at HBCU is totally different. You have, they go hard for their school, go hard for, you know, games. Organizations go hard for to rep whatever they're repping. You know, Greek life, they go hard. The parties and, you know, just everything. they're very passionate about what they're doing. That's what I love the most, is that everybody's passionate about what they're doing. And if you're not passionate, then, you know, you're just gonna fail. You're gonna get out of school. But those who are passionate, I see them and I'm like, wow, like, I have to find something I'm really passionate about. Even though deep down inside, like, I am passionate about myself doing journalism. That's why I'm here. So to see my growth at an HBCU is very important to me. My freshman year, you know, I went from, I'm wearing weave, you know, I'm transitioning, you know, I don't know if I want to be natural or get perm still, to, oh, you went to HBCU now, you went all natural. I cut my hair, and that was the first step of me actually stepping outside my box. Never, if you knew me from middle school and before, never would I ever cut my hair that short, like how I cut it. Never would I ever expect myself to be like, to not care about my hair in that type of way. Like, okay, length doesn't matter to me anymore. So I did see some things about me that changed. I started to push myself to do more, and I wanted to learn more. And that's why I love being here. At first I was scared because people were so hype and talking about different terms that I did not know about, because no one in my family has been to a HBCU, experienced something, you know, like this. So I'm learning everything by other people's experience that they know from their family members that they talked about. I came here with only one friend from my old school days, from being like in middle school, elementary school. An old friend, he came here with me, and I learned a few things from him. So I kind of had a taste in the field, but I didn't really know what I was getting myself into until I came, and I was like, okay, like, these people are serious about their stuff. Like, Denise, you need to get on your stuff, because they are. You come in and people, I feel like people think, oh, HBCU. I feel like everybody have a stereotype of HBCU. All they do is party, you know. Not a lot of people are dedicated. They're, you know, either ghetto or something like that. But it's not fully all the way like that at all. I came here and it's people who had a whole bunch of honors and AP and a whole bunch of great accomplishments. People had a whole bunch of great accomplishments that I was surprised they even had. And I'm looking like, well, damn, like, well, all I did was make my own little magazine in high school. So it was like a great experience to even see that during my orientation days, and how welcoming people were at first. I knew it was going to be some good times and some bad times, of course. And I knew I was going to lose friends. I knew I was going to gain friends. But as time go on, it still surprised me how things happen, you know. So I just wanted to open up and maybe see where my life will go. So, January 2015, I'm starting this journey.
And now from the next number, I'd like to return to the classics.